Time now for your USF Dons update on Usf-Tv podcast, presented by San Francisco Toyota. Visit San Francisco Toyota in its two dealer locations in the city, one at 1701 Van Ness Avenue or 3800 Geary Boulevard in San Francisco. San Francisco Toyota has been serving the San Francisco Bay Area since 1966. On Tuesday night at the Sobrato Center at the War Memorial Gym on the campus of University of San Francisco on the Hilltop, the USF Dons fell to the Portland Pilots in West Coast Conference play on the Hilltop Tuesday night. They end up losing 69-68 as they end up falling behind early on a 14-3 run by the Pilots through the first 8 minutes of action. Flipping the script into minutes following, the Dons stormed back on a 16-4 run, making it a one-possession game, 19-18 on a floater from the West Coast superstar Jamari Bouye at the 4:06 mark of the first half. Trading blows as the half came to conclusion, USF netted the final 6 points before the break to take charge over Portland, 29-24, heading into the intermission. Extending their advantage to open the second half, the Dons pushed to score 37-30 in favor of the Dons following Julian Wishwane's three with 15-19, but the Pilots answered back to pull within a 41-40 on a three-pointer on their own with 11:27 left to play. Exchanging baskets as the game continued, San Francisco regained a 43-41 edge on another triple from Wishwane out the perimeter with an 11:14 mark. But once again, Portland rallied to grab the advantage through the next 10 minutes of play as the Dons did not go back in front and 58-54 until a three-pointer by Jamari Bouye with 3:16 left to play in regulation. Coming down to the final minute, Portland delivered a clutch drive by Christian Schuhan, including sinking two contested three-point buckets. Falling just short in the closing seconds of the contest, Bouye and Gabe Stefani would each miss from beyond the arc with just under less than a minute left to play in the contest. Portland converted their final four attempts free throw to seal a 69-68 victory. As Todd Golden, the USF Dons head coach, talked about the team's disappointment and their lack of execution offensively.
Disappointing. Not much you can say about it. Just discouraging in the sense I didn't think we had a lot of juice tonight. And, we talked about how difficult this game was going to be. Obviously, they got some confidence playing us over the weekend that they could stick with us. And, we just didn't get off to a good start again. We're playing from behind, letting them dictate the tempo of the game. And, we got ourselves in a little bit of a hole, a little bit of foul trouble. Never really got going on the offensive end, and that was a big issue for us all night.
That's USF Dons head coach Todd Golden. With the loss, the Dons dropped their record to 6-4 in West Coast Conference play. They're now 19-6 overall, while the Pilots, with their win, improved to 3-6, and they end up getting back to 500 overall with a 12-12 mark. The USF Dons' next game coming up, they will host the Pepperdine Waves Thursday night up at the War Memorial Sobrato Center as the Dons try to attempt to complete a sweep over the Waves for the first time in 4 years. This contest will air coming up at 8 o'clock. It's going to be a late start. That will be at 8 p.m. The game will be on locally on NBC Sports Bay Area and on the Dons radio flagship home of USF Dons basketball on KNBR 1050 as Pat Olson and Jim Pervelli will have the call action from the Hilltop. The game will be streaming on the radio and live statistics links on the team schedule page. In college baseball action for the USF Diamond Dons, the USF Dons continued their workout this week, practicing as they prepare for the 2022 baseball season coming up. That will be coming up 1 week from next Friday on the 18th of February, as the Dons will open up the 2022 campaign versus the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos from the Big West Conference. I recently talked with USF Dons shortstop Luke Keyshaw, who is the perfect game all WCC preseason team. Last year in 2021, he batted .320 in 53 games and he had 64 hits, 7 triples, with a .406 on-base percentage. The Watsonville native is going to be one of the strong keys for the Dons' success this year. I talked to him this week. What his thoughts about the upcoming season for the Dons?
Yeah, what do you think about early as we doing the taping? We had the media day thing. Your thoughts of the upcoming season with this ball club?
Yeah, I think we're going to compete really well. We got a lot of new pitchers, a lot of transfer pitchers who are going to help us. 2 out of our 3 starting pitchers, Saturday and Sunday guys, are going to be brand new guys. They transferred, one from a JUCO and another from a Division II school.
It's going to be Gonzaga, San Diego. You guys going to be right in that mix of people picking guys to finish 4th, which is not bad where you guys were last year finishing in 3rd.
I think that we can win it. I don't think that we're the 4th best team. I think we're the best team in the conference.
That's USF Dons sophomore shortstop Luke Keyshaw on that segment. USF Dons will begin the 2022 baseball campaign on the Hilltop coming up 1 week from next Friday, coming up on February the 18th, exactly 9 days from now. They'll take on the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos, who advance to the Super Regionals, and they'll begin the first of a 4-game series. And Friday's game will be at 2 p.m. Pacific, and then it's a doubleheader on Saturday. 10:30 a.m. is the first pitch. The second game of that twin bill on Saturday will start right after at least 20 minutes to 25 minutes or a half hour after the first game is concluded. Then they'll wrap it up on Sunday at 1 p.m. Get your tickets at usfdons.com/tickets or call the USF Dons box office at 415-4222-USF. That's 415-4222-USF. And finally, in other news around the USF Dons athletics, as in women's golf, in the action in Bakersfield, leading to start, the USF women's golf team was crowned as champions of the Valley Invitational at the Bakersfield Country Club this past Monday and Tuesday, as the Dons finished first overall as a team to notch the first tournament victory under head coach Sarah Dahl, their first tournament win since Sac State Invitation in March in 2016. Beginning their spring, USF had the day with the 1-round total of 591 as a team, which was followed by a 304 on Tuesday, as the Dons captured the tournament with 3-round 31 over 895 overall. San Francisco finished 5 strokes better than the second place Grand Canyon, 36 over 900, and 12 strokes better than third place Cal Poly, 43 over 907. And individually, 4 Dons finished in the top 8. Jade Mose tied for 8th overall, 224. Rihanna Mission tied for 5th, 8 over 224 overall. Tony St. John tied for 9 over 224, or 225, correction. Annika Borelli tied for 10th, 5th overall over 226. Rounding out the group, Tony Stotterly placed in the top 25 for U.S. as a junior, tied for 21st overall by finishing 4 over 232 across the 3 rounds. What's up for the Dons golf team, women's golf team? USF will use the next few weeks to recover as they regroup, as the Dons will return to the course on Monday, February 28th, little more than 3 weeks from now, on March 1st, at the Gun Rock Invitational hosted by UC Davis at Del Paso Country Club and Sacramento. And that is it for USF Dons update. For the latest news on USF Dons athletics on all USF men's and women's sports, go to usfdons.com. For now, I'm Brian Professor B. Davis. Thank you for listening to the Usf-Tv audio podcast edition of USF Dons Sports Updates. Catch all the action on usfdons.com for latest news and information. Usf-Tv is in association with the Satellite Digital Media News Network.